Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Sonic 3318, back again for another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your WWE Clash of the Castle 2022 review. Yep, it is finally time for me to touch upon this pay-per-view event that has been passed very much, in the past. Because obviously, the time of recording this video, we were literally within a week's time away from Extreme Rules 2022. And I should have gotten this video up to you guys way in the past by now. My apologies for that. Because obviously enough, procrastination is a dumpster fire. So, blah. But anywho, guys, I'm obviously here to give you guys this review so we can finally get on to what's coming up next, with Extreme Rules coming up soon enough. So, just said, we're going to get to this review, and we're going to get on to Extreme Rules right up next on the channel, coming up next within the next week's time. So, stay tuned for that, obviously enough. But before we touch upon that, you might ask yourself, 7318, tongue twister of mine, you might ask yourself, why am I wearing this hat and not my usual Sonic hat? Well, that shit's in the wash. And I didn't realize that until I legitimately came, literally, to record this video. So, you're gonna have to deal with me wearing a freaking Royal Rumble hat. So, blah. So, with all that set in mind, with all that hat set in mind, and procrastination set in mind out of the way, we're going to jump into this review while you're here, obviously enough, to finally get this review up and over with, to get to you guys as soon as possible, so we can legit get onto the more current day shebang with Extreme Rules coming up soon enough, obviously enough. So, just said, we're gonna get started, shall we? So, just said, we're gonna start things off with the pre-show, which was Madcap Moss and the Street Profits taking on the team of Alpha Academy and Austin Theory. My prediction for this match was for Moss and the Street Profits to win, and they won this match, so that's my prediction score 1-0. And my thoughts of this match was, well, to be honest, I didn't note anything, to be honest. Not to say that this match was bad or even good or whatever you want to say about it. It was just I'm going to assume we're just going to leave it at is your usual, it was your typical, hype, pre-show hype up match to get you guys ready to get us ready for the main card itself. But spoiler alert, to make up for this, blank slate of thoughts for this opening match, and before we legit go on to the main card, spoiler alert, the show is very positive. I shall lead in with that. So with this said, there is that little sprinkle of doubt before we can legit open the floodgates, actually legit open the door for the main show itself right here, right now. This show and the review itself is gonna be well positive. So with this set in mind, jumping over this blank slate of the kickoff match, we start off with the main show, which was the team of Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka taking on the team of if I can even talk straight, Damage Control. Which is obviously enough if you live underneath a rock for whatever reason, which is the team of Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai, and I do apologize if you heard some cats playing around in the background. I do apologize for that. Blah. Your typical Sonic 3318 video, guys. Am I right? Anyways, so as I said, Damage Control versus Bayley, blah. Bayley's team of herself, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai taking on Asuka, Alexa Bliss, and Bianca Belair. My picks for this match was for Belair, Bliss, and Asuka to win, but wouldn't mind or be too surprised if Bayley and the gang got the W. And with this said, they did, and Damage Control, in fact, got this win on this opening card, obviously enough, which is resulting with me starting out with an L, with me starting with my score off at a tie at 1-1. One win and one lose. And my thoughts on this match was, beyond some questionable production nitpicks I had near the end of this match, it truly was a big way to start off the show on. Crowd was red hot and all over Bayley, to say the least. And the action was nearly non-stop to open us up on a hot-ass note. So with that said, good-ass note to start our blind. So with that said, moving on next. We had, oh man, we had Sheamus taking on Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. And my picks for this match was for Gunther to win. And he won this match, obviously enough. It's my prediction score 2-1. And my thoughts on this match was, what a show of strength and agility these two gave us in this match. Man, oh man, oh man. Many went into it over the moon with hype, and I must say it lived up to that hype and then some. Crowd was continuously red hot from the first match heading into this one, as they were all over Sheamus in regards of a babyface reception, and man, would I say he deserved it, obviously enough. Truly a golden moment for the Celtic Warrior, while also showing how over and strong Gunther is as champion. And just kept me wondering who'd even come out on top as the match kept going on and on and on and on and on, obviously enough. Truly making the result we've seen coming less and less predictable. Truly a wonder of a match, to say the least, on this red hot show, this show going on so far, 2-2 going strong so far, with these two matches going strong, obviously enough. So like I said, the show is going to be really positive, so obviously enough, really good card so far, obviously enough. Next up, we have Liv Morgan taking on Shayna Baszler for the SmackDown Women's Championship. My picks for this match was for Baszler to win, but wouldn't have been too surprised if Morgan somehow gets the W with the built-up, and with her built-up MMA training skills she had learned from Riddle heading into this match, obviously enough. Because obviously heading into this match, there was those promos, this brief promos where she had training with Riddle, showing some MMA skills, so there was that. So, blah. With that said, my prediction was incorrect, as Liv Morgan did get the win in this match and retain her championship. With that said, my score was tied at 2-2, and my thoughts on this match was definitely a roadblock in the road of the hot streak of momentum had going for it. Not to say it was outright bad, but just very slow and unlike what we've seen so far out of the show, so far, obviously enough. Even though it did, in fact, pick up some steam near its conclusion, though. I still had no doubt calling this the downside of the show so far, for us to hopefully pick things up moving on to the next match, obviously enough. So, with that said, moving on, this next match was, in fact, Rey Mysterio and Edge taking on the Judgment Day. My picks for this match was for Edge and Mysterio to win this match, but wouldn't have been too surprised if Judgment Day gets the W in either case, if either Dom finally joins them, or them just get the W with the help of Rhea on their corner, with obviously with me talking about Judgment Day, of course. Which, obviously, no spoiler alert, everything obviously happened here, obviously, as I'm proud of to touch upon, and my goddamn, yes I am! I'm actually going to touch upon this in my thoughts, so I'm getting ahead of myself. So with that said, let's freaking backpedal a little bit. Like I said before, my prediction for this match was Edge and Mysterio to win this match, and I won this match. So my prediction score 3-2, and my thoughts on this match was the following: truly a fun and entertaining show of teamwork here in this match. Had plenty of moments of action and yet comedic moments too, with Rhea attacking the living hell out of Dominic, and Ray following suit to help his boy out, obviously enough. Not to mention the Dom turn at the end too, to say the least. Truly a surprising moment to catch us off guard after the unity the group held throughout the match. Needless to say, though, a fun and enjoyable tag match to continue the heat with this show, obviously enough. Because obviously, spoiler, so what I said, now I can present what I was getting ahead of myself here, obviously enough. Dom is part of freaking Judgment Day, obviously enough, with their freaking Hot Topic, freaking South Park trio group, those goth characters off of South Park, which obviously, I forgot who pointed that out. I forgot if it was Edge, AJ Styles. I forgot. I know sure as hell it was not fucking Rey Mysterio. I know that for sure. But whoever the hell it was to point this shit out, whoever the hell it was then, whoever the hell pointed that out, I cannot unsee it. Because obviously enough, after a while, I saw memes of it on Facebook and all over the web. I'm just like, wow, I can't unsee this shit. This is what it looks like. So with this said, point being, Dominic Mysterio is part of Judgment Day now. And obviously, we have that as a continuing storyline heading into Extreme Rules coming up next within the next week, of course. So, with that said, that's then, this is now. So, instead, let's carry on with the show, shall we? Next up, we had Matt Riddle taking on Seth Rollins. My prediction for this match was for Rollins to win, but wouldn't mind seeing Riddle get the W here as well. My prediction came true, as Seth Rollins did in fact win this match. So that's my prediction score 4-2. And my thoughts on this match was, talk about a match with non-stop breaks in sight. Just about every moment in this match just had you on the edge of your seat as these two just kept coming back after each other through everything they had at each other, obviously enough. Truly a callback to what Sheamus and Gunther gave us, obviously enough, in that it made the end result unpredictable as the match just kept rolling on. But man, what a ride this match, let alone this show, has been so far for that matter, was. As I said before, show was overall positive. And I can't stress that enough. As we look to end the show off on a banger with what is left in it all. As said, we jump into the main event, of course, which was Drew McIntyre taking on Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. My prediction for this match was for Roman Reigns to win, but would be all over McIntyre winning the belts for whatever the future is to come out of it all. Which, spoiler alert, that is not the case, because Drew McIntyre did not, in fact, go into Cardiff and come out with the W, because Roman Reigns, the head of the table, is still champion, of course. And my prediction score heading out of this match with the win was 5-2. And my thoughts in this match was, while I felt the momentum of this match slipped away here and there, that didn't stop this match from being enjoyable and a fun one to see it end off the show off on a bang, truly driving everything to a head. Each side of the ring had their time of offense and defense, and even continued the very the very tease, I should say, of Theory's cash in to go awry, with the help of Tyson Fury to being on the sidelines to come in with the assist in a comedic faction, obviously enough. It also brought up Solo Sikoa into the main roster, obviously enough, to join in the bloodline, as we see the faction continue their dominance for the future to come, obviously enough. And with this said, my score, like I said before, was 5 wins and 2 losses heading out of this match, and overall closing out this show on a banger note. And my overall thoughts to close out this review is, and I quote, "The show was and is to me what defines being a wrestling fan is all about, as it kept my full-on attention and drove me to the very edge of my seat countless times throughout the show. Truly was a show that will go down in history as a history-making show in all sense of the word. And so wouldn't mind seeing another round of this again in the calendar year, obviously enough, because obviously enough, if WWE keeps this thing on the calendar year, then obviously enough, go for it, WWE, because obviously enough, you had a banger on your hands. Good job, guys." And only keeping the hope of Drive alive to see what the future of this new regime has in store for us all to come as we continue the everlasting climb up the ladder of us getting to the brighter days to come out of this product and company we all know it can truly be and stand for as a whole overall. So with this said and done and out of the way, as I go to throw my throne to the sidelines, I thank y'all for watching this review of Clash of the Castle 2022. Like I said, I do apologize for me procrastinating this review for so very long. Literally, like I said before, we're literally a week so away from Extreme Rules 2022. And I shall be right up here next, giving you my thoughts and my predictions heading into the show coming up next on the channel. Obviously enough. And like I said before, yeah, so like I said, procrastination is a bitch, and I am thankful I am actually here to give you guys this review. So with this said, thank you all again for watching this review, and I shall see you guys next time for my Extreme Rules 2022 prediction coming up next, obviously next on the channel, because obviously enough, heading into that show, let's just say we are on a hot streak, let's say the least, on all senses of the word, because obviously enough, not only did we come off this hot banger of a show, with the regime so far being so cool and on fire as of late, and not only the fact, rumors and actually speculation that has been relayed within the new regime that they've been selling out the shows previously enough, let alone the fact of them actually rumoring to actually almost, if not fully, sell out Extreme Rules 2022, to say at least, with behind this new regime in mind. You know, with all that said in mind, And mind you, with the over-looming shadow of a doubt of this new White Rabbit shit going in mind. Because boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, and my sure as hell behind that shit as long as you guys are as well. Because oh my god. If it is who we think he's going to be, then let him in. That's all I can say. Is let him in. That's all I can say. So with this said in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I overall once again thank you all for watching this review of Clash of the Castle 2022. And I shall see you guys next time for my Extreme Rules 2022 prediction videos. With this said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys then. Thank you all for watching, and I'm Sign 3318, and I'm signing out. Peace, ladies and gentlemen.